Hi, my name is Christel Arslanian, and I serve as the Next Generation Pastor at Epic Church Buffalo. My faith journey began when I was a teenager. At 15, my best friend from school invited me to her youth group and to her church, and it was over the course of about a year where I discovered that I could have a personal relationship with Christ and experienced his love in a new way. And at 16, I gave my life to Christ, and over the next few years, as I navigated that journey, I got connected in college to a local church where I began to serve, I began to lead, and started to feel a calling on my life to ministry, and was so thankful to my pastor at the time who really encouraged me in that process and helped me to get my feet wet and to start leading in kids ministry. And I led some small groups. And as I started to navigate that part of my journey, knowing that God had called me to ministry. And I didn't know at the time what that would really look like. But in 2008, I started to serve full time in ministry, and have been in kids ministry for the most part since then. It's been a really beautiful journey for me as a woman in ministry, coming from a context where women weren't ordained in a different denomination, and I didn't know personally any female pastors. And so coming into the Free Methodist Church when we started Epic back in 2013, I started to see that and to see that and started to embrace my calling that God has for me for pastoral ministry. And I am so grateful to the women, especially as I started this ordination journey about 4 to 5 years ago. Thankful for the women in this conference, for the pastors who have just called out the gifts in me, who have empowered me in my calling, and have just supported and encouraged me along the way. It has meant so much. And it's just a heart of mine is to see the young women in our church. To see the gifts in them, to call that out, to help them to step into the calling that God has for them, and to see that women can lead and pastor. And that is so important to me. And so I'm just grateful for along the journey that I have had such amazing people that God's brought alongside me through this. I am so excited for this next season. I feel called to still serve the next generation. I feel called to the marginalized, and just to see them transformed by the love of Christ. I feel really called to like raising up the next generation of leaders as well, and specifically young women. And I just love what the Lord is already doing, not just only in our church, but I can see it across many ministries of just young people just for a heart for him and to serve him and to see people's lives changed. And so I'm just so grateful that he has placed me where he has, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for the future.